Okay, it's finally happened. Charlie caught a blue jay. They have been harassing her for a while. For some reason, there's a grackle on top of her cage just chiming in. I don't think I could get it away from her, but I'm gonna have to go in and see how injured it is. I may just let her keep it. Alright. Falconers cannot legally hunt native birds like this, but if your bird happens to catch one, there's not really anything you can do. You just kind of have to leave them alone. Good girl. It's alright, baby. I just want to try and protect her because she's had enough from these little... Sorry, I wanted to curse. Get! I want to wave them away without hurting her. Don't come at me now. Hey. I heard a huge racket. And all of a sudden I heard like 4 blue jays at once. Yep, okay, so she's got it. She's plucking blue jay feathers. This is how I know she can hunt. I'm gonna try to look from the side again. I just kind of want to confirm that the blue jay's okay. Or passed away. Like, I don't want it to be suffering. I kind of want to see how she grabbed it too. Is that even an adult? Her instinct is to turn away from me. This is called mantling. She's gonna pluck the thing, but I was trying to see how she grabbed it. It's a normal behavior to protect what they've caught, because as you can see, there are other animals that are gonna swoop down and try to do something. I don't know. They're not gonna eat their friend, and they're not gonna help it at this point. But I guess they're just expressing their protest at her getting one of their kinsmen. Or women. I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to change angles again. She's coughing something up. I don't know if it's a cast. It looks more like something's bothering her. Oh, it's a big swallow. What happened, baby? There's a wing there. There's going to be surprisingly little blood because her talons are just going to squeeze in and create puncture wounds. And then she's going to pluck most of the feathers and eat it. She does the same thing when she eats her regular food too. It's just not fresh like this. It's frozen and then warmed up. She is going to eat some of the feathers. Oh, see, I was looking at the camera, but I did catch what she had in her feet there. You can also see right now that her tail feathers, at least one of them is shorter than the others. That's because she's molted it and grown it back in. You can hear the blue jays just going nuts here. I guess their goal is that if it weren't dead, they could help the bird, the hawk, to let it go. See, they're still like harassing her. She's been dealing with this for weeks. I am not at all surprised that she finally snagged one of them. I mean, they've been flying directly into her. It's been like watching a school bully. You know, these birds are federally protected by law, so I can't intervene other than try to block. Like I put a roof up here, trying to kind of block the birds from having a direct way to get to her, but you know, Charlie is also a protected bird wild animal in this area, so would be a natural predator. And it's frustrating that she only ever catches things when we're not out hunting. I know. I think it's dead, you guys. I don't think it's gonna make it. They're just like kind of swooping over the cage. Hey! I'm like rattling the roof wire just to like get them off. They won't stop harassing her though. No, they won't stop. Like after this. It's just their instincts, you know, but you'd think after so long of their antics doing nothing. I mean, blue jays are in the corvid family. It's the same family as crows and ravens. They're considered one of the most intelligent families of birds. But they're also not very bright because this hawk has been in the same place for weeks. I mean, it's not just the fact that she grabbed a blue jay this time, it's that she's eating anything and had the, you know, the motions of the hunt that the blue jays are responding to. If there's a predator in the area, they want to try and scare it away, especially if there's nesting, which is what's going on with these blue jays in particular. They build their nest near the hawk pen and then scream at the hawk for the next few weeks. Now, it shouldn't last much longer. The birds in the nest are probably about to fledge. I don't know how long the blue jay nesting takes, but, or not the nesting, the incubation and growth. I'm also glad I caught this because it'll affect how much food I give her today. It's like midday right now, around noon-ish. Every day I try to feed her around the same time to make sure that she has cast up the material from the previous day that she can't digest, just like an owl pellet. Hawks do this as well. But you don't want to put food on top of that cast and then have it ferment in their little crop. So this is an early meal. I'm not too concerned that she's eating, you know, like early one day. Get away from her. Shout out to that one grackle that was like, oh my god, the blue jays are screaming at a hawk, let me go help them. I don't know if you can hear that chick, 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 chick sound, but that's grackles. The noisy, obnoxious ones are the blue jays. I have nothing against blue jays, guys, and I know that they are just being, you know, their wild selves. I just feel bad for Charlie because she, you know, she has been going into her mews, her indoor enclosure, a lot more, so I know they're annoying her. I can't believe she hasn't grabbed one until now. Well, she's just doing her natural thing too, and she's just chilling in here most of the time when they're harassing her. They were going immediately on top of her and screaming at her, which is why I put the roof on. I'm gonna switch over to the other side, see if I can see the fluff of feathers that she has created here. I have no idea what a blue jay weighs because we weigh these birds regularly to see, you know, how much food they need or don't need. That's a feather, don't eat that. I give her usually day-old chicks, which are 35 grams. That's one of your feathers. Don't eat that. Speaking of not as smart as they are supposed to be. Alright, so you see this fluff? This is honestly what I've been looking for. Why are you eating your own feather? You are not very smart. That's the kind of stuff that they're going to cast up. She's not going to digest that feather. And it's not like it got stuck in her mouth either. Like, she went over and grabbed it. So yeah, so that fluff of feathers there means that Charlie plucked something, and now she's eating more feathers. Hey, sweetie. That white thing next to her is a balled up sock. She uses them as toys. She grabs them and rips them apart. You can see some of the material around it. So that's just an enrichment thing that she tends to enjoy. I don't know if all hawks would do such a thing, but so right now she's taking the feathers because she wants to see if there's any meat that she missed. She's just eating the whole feathers. You are so silly. And then that's why she does that throat thing where she's like trying to cough something up, because the feathers are literally a hole in her crop right now. I'm just going to leave the feathers in there most likely. There's no need for me to take blue jay feathers. I know pretty feathers are fun to look at and keep, but technically, unless you're a falconer, but maybe that's just raptors. Unless you're a falconer or Native American, you're not allowed to have them. At least for raptors. I don't actually know about other bird feathers, because they molt every year. So how would you know whether it was molted or someone took it illegally, like from a live bird, by killing it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. She's just searching through her meat. Picking up feathers like a weirdo. Good girl. I say good girl not to encourage her to catch blue jays, but because she's doing what nature wants her to do, which is, prey on other animals. Are you eating all the pretty ones? You're like, ooh, shiny, and you're sticking out of your mouth. You are such a weirdo. That's more of a down feather than an external feather she's got in her mouth right now, and she's still eating it for some reason. It was a good catch, though, so she doesn't want to risk missing anything. You can really see what she's plucked here. These will just blow out of this enclosure. Other birds will probably pick them up and put them in their own nests. And it doesn't harm her to swallow these feathers. It's just kind of a goofball thing to do because there's no nutrition in that. She's just going to cast them back up. Let's get over here a little bit. So all of that blue jay is now in this tiny little pile of feathers. There's like one blue feather right there by her tail, and then they're not very big animals. Birds are, mostly feathers. You can't see her, but she's feeking. She's rubbing her beak along things, which they do when they're done eating. Hi! She's got some red on her foot, which is obviously from eating and tearing and holding. Naturally, she would hold it with her good foot, which is her left foot. You're eating more feathers, right? Okay. This explains a lot about taking you hunting. It takes you weeks to catch something, and then you eat the things that are not nutritious. Oh. Was that good? Was that fun? Okay, try not to do that too much, okay? What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful girl. So now she's gonna feek with her feet. There's her feeking with her beak there. She's also gonna clean off her talons, most likely, with her beak. So that wiping sharpens the beak and also cleans it off, like the blood and, you know, innards of their prey. Yeah, you're just noticing that pole. I put this pole in there to keep the top of the cage up so it's not sagging down to like 3 feet high. She's probably gonna go in her water now because that's what she does after I feed her. Was that good? Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna do that. I was wondering. I really was. What a good girl. She doesn't know that she's caught anything that's not what I normally give her. So, wiping off the beak, and normally she'll like go over her talons. That's a behavior that helps to preserve their feet and beak. I mean, if you're cleaning it off after you eat. So if you don't do that, you go bald and develop a physique like vultures have, where they're sticking their heads into raw meat all the time. They evolve to have no feathers on their head so that they don't get like bloody, you know, messes leading to medical issues. Smaller version of that for hawks is just their beak and their feet. So they clean it off and keep healthy. I'm going to back off her a little bit because I think she's going to rouse, which is when they fluff up all their feathers and then do a little break dance. Good girl. Yeah. She's not rousing. That's fine. You gonna get out already? Oh, okay. Maybe she'll rouse now. Rousing is just a natural behavior after they've had a good meal, or they're kind of just comfortable and relaxed after they've had a good preening session. She's revisiting her kill sites. She's going back and just checking out, making sure she didn't miss anything. She's so funny. She's like, I don't care if it's possibly not meat, just get in there. We'll deal with it later. Yeah. There's the rouse. Yeah, good job. So I'm interested to get a weight on her later on. Can't imagine a blue jay would be too much heavier weight than the day-old chicks I give her. Maybe a little bit heavier. So for example, if I was, that's part of your sock, sweetheart. It's the second sock. She gets it down to the nub and then she kind of forgets. There's your kill site. Yeah, I can see how she uses that deformed leg to still kind of hobble around. You're eating all the blue ones. That's why it's so hard to identify when you have piles in here, because you eat all the colorful feathers. As usual, there's tons of noise. There's an airplane, there's church bells. So the birds that were annoying her all went away. She's eating the blue ones. Why are you eating the blue ones? You are so weird. So now that she's had this successful hunt for all intents and purposes, I don't know if it will encourage her to continue to do this. A one-off, I'm not concerned about the wild populations. You know, we are very, as falconers as a whole, we're very conscious of conservation and biology, wildlife, you know, how it affects them as well as our birds. Hawks like this, bootios, this category of hawk, they usually take ground quarry, but as you can see, they can take anything they want in the end. They've been coming in here for days, haven't they? Weeks that they've been screaming at you. So that's what a rabbit hunt would look like. Only a much bigger prey, and I would get involved. So yeah, I mean, she can do it. She has the instincts to do it. She's just a little different. Which is why I have you. It's fitting. I'm a little different too. Alright, I'm gonna let her settle in. I'll probably get a weight on her later on. And that blue jay is history. Again, not something I would hunt in the wild. Blue jays are just as protected as red-tailed hawks are. But a wild bird taking one is something that would happen naturally anyway. Into that feeking, yeah. Her Charlie, but that deformed foot is covered in feathers. And the Jess. You got it wet and then you went back in your pile. Okay, she's still looking around for like more. She's still in that kind of hunting mode. You're gonna eat the feathers on your feet. You are so goofy. That was some feeking of her talons there. She's kind of, yeah, there you go. She's kind of like rubbing them off with her beak. It looks like she's biting her own toes. So that's feeking on the beak there. You are really doing that a lot. You enjoy that? And then she'll clean off her feet. She may go in the water again. I don't know. She might have just been having a drink with her snack. Currently here, no blue jays. So maybe once. Oh, big poopy. Whoa, all right. Falconers have words for different types of raptor poop. Hawks do something that's called slicing, which, as you saw, she like shot it across the yard here. And the falconry word for poop in general is called mutes. I have a little video about it, but there's really not much more to know about it than that. Right? Oh, you're so cute. You go back to your peeping, like, non-ferocious self. Alright, so here's proof. She can, in fact, hunt things. Especially if they're, you know, maybe... I didn't see her grab it, but probably went in her own pen right next to her, and she just finally reached out. I don't know if you can hear me over the church bells, so thanks for watching, and, oh, she's gonna go in her water again. Okay, I'll let her do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you very soon. Came out a few hours later to check on her. Look at this goofball. If I didn't know this bird very well, this could be a sign of an illness. And I didn't mention earlier that I'm not concerned about some kind of bird flu passing from that animal to Charlie. I'm gonna monitor her just in case, but it's gonna be rare. And the blue jays back here are fully healthy and have a good set of lungs, so I'm not really concerned, but I will, of course, keep it in mind. But this is her spring behavior. She nests wherever she feels like sitting down, basically. Do other birds do this? Like, it scared me to death when I first saw it, but I've had her since 2015, so, like, I'm used to it by now. She's just chilling, laying on an imaginary nest. Hawks don't produce infertile eggs like chickens or something. So she just kind of goes through the motions. You can kind of see some sticks back in there too. This is a functioning muse, everybody, so there is poop on it. What this goofball. I was gonna bring her out and weigh her, but I might just let her be for a little bit longer. Whew, so this is gonna be a little bit of a mess. This is my body cam. I decided I was gonna just use this, and I was like, I have a setup in the shed. But she is not in spring, when they start to get in breeding mode and nesting mode and stuff. It's almost like they forget all of their training. She doesn't necessarily come to me. So she's probably not going to be very well behaved in here. I try to manage it and encourage, you know, the good behavior. There's no punishment in falconry, so I'm not going to be, yelling no at her or like punishing her. You can't do that. You shouldn't be doing it at all, period. There is such a thing as negative reinforcement, where you take away something bad as a way to reward them, but there's no punishment. And especially with this kind of animal, it just makes it worse. So you gotta have a lot of patience. I don't know what she's gonna do. She just ate that blue jay a couple hours ago, and she's currently laying on the ground. I'm sure I put the video up. So I'm gonna go get her, see what happens. She's probably not gonna want to come to me, but I really need to wait on her to see what I'm gonna feed her. Lock your exotic animals. People will try to take them. Hi, cutie. You're so pretty. What? 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 There's another pile of feathers. No wonder why she's not coming out for food. She had 2 birds today. Oh my goodness, maybe... What the... There's another one! Okay, I gotta bring my camera in here. How many birds did you eat? Well, let's find out, because I'm about to weigh you. Bye-bye. Typical mess. Oh no, it zeroed out. Or turned off. Alright. Oh, this is the wrong side. I'm sorry. Let me zero this out. Yeah, come here. Charlie, up. I think she ate 3 birds today, not just the 1. So she doesn't really care about this food, but I'm gonna try anyway. Char, please don't poop on me. Can you turn around? Come here. Up. Up. Come get it. You see that big crop up there? Come here. Hop. Hop. Come on. Hop. She's like, is it worth it? Look, you are such a fluffy mess. Come on up here. Hop. Hop. I'm gonna help you. Hop. Come on. Hop. Baby, you are a mess. Oh, where'd it go? What? Okay. She's like 1410 to 1420. That's after an amount of food. Last time I weighed her, she was 1280, and she's above 1400. Okay, I have the rest of a chick for her. Can I feel your little crop? Are you gonna bite me today? I'm scaring her, so I'm not gonna try it. You are... Okay, I gotta go take you to see all the bird piles over there. She did a lot more than just a blue jay today. Her nails are very long. I'd have to hood her or wrap her up in order to trim them, so I'm just gonna put that on my mental calendar that she needs a nail trim, a talon trim. I may as well do her beak while I'm at it too, but she's having a hard time just doing the basic stuff, so I don't want to ask her for something more, especially when she's full. So if she ate 3 birds, that's like 3 chicks, let's say. They may be a little more, they may be a little less. The chicks are about 1 ounce, which is 35 grams. So what is that? It's like what, over 100 grams, 105, I think. So if she was about 1,300, and then we fed her normally 3 chicks, she would be up to 1,400. That makes sense. So this actually isn't too far off. I may not feed her tomorrow, or I may just feed her a tiny little bit just for her mental health. I don't think I should give her this chick today. I think I'm gonna try to put it in the fridge.
you want some water? You usually like that. Want some water? There, good girl. All right, I'm just gonna let her go and then show you what I found. No, you're a mess. Good girl, good girl. Her bumblefoot, hello? Her bumblefoot looks like it's completely healed. It happens in the summer. It gets better in the summer, and it's bad in the winter. I'm gonna put a little more ointment on it if she'll let me. Yeah, I'll put her back and then come get the camera.
Okay, I could not believe what I found in here. Hi, sweetie. All right, first of all, there's a very pretty blue jay feather here. So I'm gonna hide that from her. Here's where she ate the blue jay, because I saw it this morning. Now with these feathers that are remaining, I would not have guessed blue jay. She ate all the blue ones. So if I had heard her screaming, I mean, the majority of those feathers she ate. I see a blue zip tie over here. Where did that fall from? Life hack if you're building outdoor pens, use fluorescent zip ties so that when they fall, they're easy to see on the ground. I think this one came from that corner over there, so it's secure, but I may need to put some more in there. Okay, when I came in here and followed her around, right, I saw this. Definitely not blue jay feathers, even on the back. I think these are grackle feathers. I don't really see the iridescence that they normally have. It couldn't, they almost look grayish, don't they? I don't think it's a starling because there's like no white whatsoever. And the starlings right now have like the white spots. I think, like, I don't know what day she ate this one, but if she ate it today, that could explain why one of the grackles was so upset. And also the feathers would probably have like dissipated, blown away, something. Then I turned to my left and there's another one. This, to me, it's a weird shape, but this looks like a robin. Like a young robin. But there's feathers here too. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know. These are smaller. Ooh, where'd my blue jay one go? Okay. These are small, sorry. These are smaller. This is not a good example. Are they smaller? Maybe it's from the same bird. What do you think? Yeah, like these feathers from that side are longer than these, I think. I don't know what's going on here, but first of all, I'm gonna just set these aside. But yeah, I don't think these were here yesterday. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. And I know the blue jay over there was from today, but you were really hunting. Did you just lose it and go on a murder spree? Huh? Look at that big old crap up there. Yeah. I'm glad you're using your wild instincts, but this was a big day. No wonder you're 1400. All right, well, I have footage of it, so I can show some of my naturalist friends and see if they can figure out what those other two sets of feathers were. And then for comparison, and this is a working mew, so it is dirty. Here's one of Charlie's feathers that she's molted. She's huge. Okay. All right, well that made for a really interesting day and a really interesting video, my darling. I hope you can see the funky foot there. That's normal for her. Yeah, I know. So you see she's got a big crop to digest. And wow, big day for you, honey. Good job. You did what your hawk instincts told you to do. Thanks everybody for watching this video. This was really exciting actually, and you know, you can never plan this kind of thing. So I'm happy to share it, and it's just part of life as a falconer. Could I keep her inside, you know, her mew? Absolutely. But you're supposed to have a weathering area where they can come out and get some actual, like, you know, sunlight and weather. And she doesn't fly into the walls much. I mean, once in a while. She doesn't hurt herself on this fence. You know, she deserves to be out and about. And if other birds want to be dumb enough to come in here with her, then they risk, you know, the consequences. I'm not trying to train her to hunt migratory birds like that, but hawks are gonna do what hawks are gonna do. Check out our free flights playlist. We've got a lot of Charlie, but we've also got some falcons as well. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, and we will see you soon. Bye. And we have birds and falcons, obviously birds. Check out our free flight playlists. We've got raptors and obviously, okay, take 3. Flying in the
Where's the key? Oh, where did I put the key? Oh my goodness.
Okay, which is could you focus please?